G'day subscribers, today we're going to talk about hood linings on my 1956 FJ Holden panel wagon. You're with Jules Knight on Jive Talking Garage. So for 3 years I have been actively looking to get my hood lining material. Now for avid viewers of Jive Talking Garage, both on YouTube and also on Facebook, you'll have seen the pictures of putting the car back together and what it was like inside and outside, under the hood and the chassis and that sort of thing. So I've done the chassis and suspension as well as the engine bay. So that looks really good. The rest of the car looks like a jalopy. The hood lining was good until my son's dog got to it. The interior was good until my son's dog got to it. But the hood lining isn't bad. However, I want to throw that hood lining out because it is a complete hood lining. And when I mean complete, I'm meaning a full length hood lining because the car's actually one of the 4 panel wagons. So the hood lining itself looks really, really good. The material's excellent. So it doesn't stop at where the half cabin is, or the quarter cabin, whatever you'd like to call it, behind the door, where they normally do on a panel van. It is actually extended all the way to the rear, but they've used a colour that was quite common in the day, that type of material. And it's been really durable and it's lasted the test of time. However, what I'm trying to do is, as I'm remanufacturing that car, I'm trying to put it back to the Holden specifications. Now, I remember in the 80s, I came across a friend of mine, his car, it's exact same colours and interior code as my FJ. His was a 1956 utility. And that's when I was first introduced to the water wave material. Now it's a PVC. It's not the felt material like you would see in a sedan or some of the earlier commercials. Now don't forget, with a panel van or a ute, they're just a commercial car. Holdens were making them as cheaply as they possibly could because they were a delivery car, like a small pickup truck, ute, whatever you want to call it, on whichever part of the world you are. And so they were making it things as cheaply as they possibly could. And, they were using a lot of Chevrolet influences in the car, whether it be the design of the wheel arches and front guards and so on, and the sweeping curves, or parts of the interior and whatever. But anyway, I digress. Now, I've been looking at my hood lining and I thought I'd really like to get the right type of hood lining for it. And I had some on order for the last 3 years. And so, long story short, I've been stuffed around for 3 years. However, I took it on myself to go out and find it, and I've got the exact precise thing, the right material, and it's arrived. And let me show you. Now, this is green water wave. Now, I'm hoping that the camera does this justice because it looks very much like a pastel type of material, and it's quite bright. But when you're up close and personal with it and you're actually looking at it, you can actually see why they call it water wave, because it has little, they're not quite white, but they're a much lighter shade of green shimmering through the material. And this is called water wave. This is what it was coined at the time. And you couldn't get it. Whereas I've been able to get, and what I did was I went down to my local upholstery shop and I took my FJ down there and I said to the bloke, they've done other jobs for me before with our G6 Falcon and so on. I said to him, look, to redo this hood lining from start to finish, how much material am I going to use? So he said 4.2 meters. So I've gone and bought 4.5 meters. And I'm thinking I probably need to go get another meter. But this is the start of getting serious. So this is the water wave material. They'd come in a blue, they'd come in a grey, they'd come in a rustic type colour, depending upon the paint colour combination that was used. And this was the type of combination that was used, obviously, for that type of paint. In contrast, this is the green, and I've got to say I've put it up against a couple of greens, and it's perfect. So anyway, there you go. That's the water wave material for a 1956 Ocean Mist Green panel wagon. You're with Jules Knight on Jive Talking Garage. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. But more importantly, say hello to Georgia, and don't forget your Holden.